Hey, what's going down, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Solar Effect and Shotty for the R&B Talk Show. This brother right here definitely don't need no introduction. I interviewed this brother back in February 2022. He's a singer-songwriter. This brother been putting it down, so the last several years, man. He done scored hits with Anthony Hamilton. He done toured around the world with so many legendary acts, man. So this brother here, man, hey, we think about R&B, man, you definitely got to put him in the conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, LeVelle. What's up, my brother?
Hey, what's going on, my brother? So happy to be here, man.
Yeah, man, I tell you, man, I swear, dude, it felt like a neighborhood reunion, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But that's the
Yeah.
thing about family. It may take some time, but we definitely gonna connect back.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. And stuff. Man, I want to congratulate you on your brand new single called Tongue Tied, which is out available on all digital outlets and stuff. How did this record became about?
Man, tongue tied. It really my brother Jay Sean Champion. That's one of the guys I write pretty much all my stuff with. He connect me with Wiley Morris and Tracy. And man, we got to talking, man, and they were like, LeVelle, you need that big breakout record. You had a real big one with Anthony Hamilton, but this is your solo record. So let's do something real big, man. And tongue tie fit me. It's something about when you got a beautiful significant other, male or female, the love could be so great, man. Sometimes they can leave you speechless.
Yeah, man. I tell you, man, what I love about your records, from 4 years ago to now, man, it's like it's so smooth, man. It's like it's laid back, it's straight to the point, how R&B is supposed to be. Even like your video
Yeah.
visuals, man, like sophisticated, man. When a lady see a video, man, they in that mood, it feels be like, you know what, man, I can show this to my lady, man, without all this circus
Right.
and
Yeah,
going on
man.
real grown people.
Right, right. Well, I mean, and that has to do with my I'll say artist development with great people like Charlie Wilson and Frankie Beverly and your Tanks and your Key Sweats and those great guys.
Yeah, absolutely, and stuff. Now, is there going to be like a video visualizer or like an actual video to shoot for it?
For tongue tied,
Yeah.
yeah. We got a visualizer coming. The video is done. I can't wait for you guys to see it and get it. It's a beautiful thing. It's clean. It's a lot of fun. Um, and it kind of go back to what you just said earlier. The whole family can sit down and watch the video. Very respectful, but at the same time, how music used to be. You said what you meant, but you said it in a respectful way that, we can relate to what I'm talking about.
Yeah, absolutely, and stuff. Yeah, like when I first interviewed you back in February 2000, when I first interviewed you back in February 2022, you dropped your debut album called My Journey Continues around that time. And around that time, you had a successful hit with Anthony Hamilton, We Fell in Love. So it was a big exposure record, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it was like everywhere, man. It's like you could not go on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, man, or YouTube and see that video just
Yeah,
steady pace and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, and it's
Uh,
still doing some amazing things, man. So, to God be the glory on that.
Absolutely. When you was making an album, what was going through your mind at that time? Like, okay, I want my first one to be a great one before I even get to the second one.
Well, I look at all of my songs of what I try to create, man. I try to do stuff that people can relate to, some authentic, real situations. So, for me, I want to be more. I want to be relatable. I want the people to relate, and so for me, I just try to do songs that people can relate to. They can gravitate to it. They can say, "Man, I've been through that," or "Man, I sure know what he's singing about right there." And that's to me, that's how you reach and touch your fans and your people.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I always feel like, when it comes to, good music, man, that definitely speaks for itself. Because I remember when I played your album, and I was like, man, I said, dude, man, I love his brother's Pig Game because, like, the stuff he was singing on there, man. And I
Yeah,
was like, it's like your album, man. your music gives me like a little bit of Key Sweat, gives me a Joe. Uh, it's like this, like an early Jaheim, just the wordplay, man. You know,
Yeah,
and I'm thinking to myself, I said, man, I wish there was more. I mean, of course, you got artists out there that does, great music, but I said, I wish there was more artists out there that really, man, up to date, do what you was doing. But it's like people say, I'm gonna bring R&B back. I mean, that sounds good though, but we don't feel it because we listen to like 10 songs for you. We still ain't heard
right,
nothing. A lot of times it's a tone deaf thing and stuff. So
right, right. Well, and that's the goal for me is that when you play my albums or my songs, that you could go like, man, that this is R&B. This is what it's supposed to be. And it's, I thank God for my team right now because, we are creating LeVelle's lane, LeVelle's fans, so I can really get out and touch the people, get out. We could get to love on each other, man, and we could give them a nice intimate show, so that's the goal for 2026.
yeah, absolutely and stuff. Uh, I want to start, the beginning. You were born and raised in Kansas City, right?
Yes, sir.
So what was a young LaVelle's life growing up as a kid? Like who was your inspiration as far as like artists?
Well, I mean, for me growing up as a young man, on my dad's side, everybody either sing or are musically inclined, and on my mom's side it's the same thing. Everybody sing or they musically inclined. So the artistry of music and singing, I was born into it, so my first person that I looked up to, man, was my cousin Michael Boykin, quartet group Sensational Wonders. They're my cousins, but we like brothers. The way he used to just touch people, as he would sing, he would let God have his way, man. And I said one day I want to be able to touch people like that. And then as I got older, because I started off as a drummer, uh, but as I got older, I was starting to listen to people like your Sam Cooks, your Teddy P, your Frankie Beverly's, the Gap Band, and I'm like,
Yeah.
God, this is music right here, So I was a young old soul, man, because I can remember waking up on Sunday morning, man, and it was kind of weird because we would watch all-star wrestling. Then my mom would turn straight music on, and then we had to go to church. So those times, man, that's where I got the Al Green and the man. The list just goes on from people that I grew up listening to. So I had a very big broad of people that was like influences to me growing up.
Yeah. What's crazy, man? I don't know if anybody. I'm not gonna. I'm pretty sure people probably try to compare you. It's like you remind me of an early Gerald LeVert, man. Of how he
Hey,
approached
man.
records.
Hey.
Between like LeVert era, did his early solo stuff, one day it hit me, and I think it was your second album, "Promise to Love," and I was like, man, if Gerald was alive, I'm pretty sure he probably will make records. I know he made records like that, man.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Gerald was a big inspiration as well, man. I wish I could have met Gerald. And I get that a lot. And for me, that's a beautiful thing because that's a lane that's wide open that I'm putting my boots on and I want to walk into that, man, where people could just really come out to one of the shows that I'm a part of and feel my soul, feel my energy. Gerald gave it all. And he's actually somebody I still study to this day. I'm good friends with the OJs as well, with Walt and Eric Nolan and Eddie LeVert. I've done a bunch of shows with those guys, and especially Eric Nolan, they've been some real great mentors in this business, as far as what to do, how to do, so those guys, man, big shout out to that. That's my goal. I don't, I'll take the baby Gerald Levert.
Yeah, man. Because I thought to myself, I said, man, if Joe was alive, I'm gonna get a phone call, say, hey, dog, hey, man, dude, like, let's hit the studio, man. Like, so like, let's try to create some type of magic together or something.
Yeah, yeah, that would have just made my day, man, because it wasn't a day that didn't go by my mama wasn't playing Just Coolin'.
Oh yeah, classic, man,
Man.
classic and stuff. Man, you had a there's this one music video you did, of course, it's a single, Don't Play With Love. I
Yeah,
would tell you, man, listen to that song. And I thought to myself, anybody that's out there cheating, man, they could be dangerous, man. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because in your
yeah.
mind as a fella, man, it's like you got a fine woman at home that loves you would do anything, you know what I'm saying? And turn around, the other side of you got this other female bra you messing with, man. She knows your relationship. She don't give a damn and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
And you think to yourself, like, man, I gotta be cautious and careful, man, because here it
Yeah.
is. I know her family, I done been everywhere with her. And if I get caught up, man, how that's gonna look and stuff.
Yeah. Look
And how did
and
you come with a
feel.
song like that? Go ahead.
Oh, I mean, Don't Play With Love. Again, me and my brother Jay Sean Champion. Don't Play With Love is one of those songs, man, where I could relate to because there was a time growing up, uh, you know, you grow up and you realize what you do have. And then you also realize that the grass ain't always green on the other side. Like you just said, you got everything you need right there at home. But you want to see what else is out there, man. And the hurt that you put on that person that you lay with, that take care of you, that make sure you good deep down inside, man. Don't play with it. And I will never I pray I never take this. Well, I don't want to take it out the show, man, but I've been outside of fell in love, man. So many people said, man, we really love that Don't Play With Love. Man, you saved my relationship. You helped me to say, hey man, let me realize what I have. And that was the whole goal for that song, to touch somebody, to help them along the way, man, to realize what you do have and what God has blessed you with. Take care of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because when I first heard that record, at this time when I said, I bet you as a fella in his car or at home, listen to your song, watching your video, be like, hey, man, I'm gonna have to cut ties with my side chick, man, because man, this is
Yeah.
getting a little too mysterious, man. And a lot of times, God reveals your partner, man, what's going on with you without you even
That
knowing
that
it.
that part, man, and you be like, man, what you doing? And it's like you just said, it's they know, man. They know.
Exactly. So, man, there was a record that I heard for your last project, was a song called Always. And when I heard it, I was like, yo, man, that's the type of record, man, that, that should be like, like kind of like the anthem, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like all your songs, man, like it got its own anthems to it and stuff, man.
Yeah,
And
man.
then you play like Quiet Storm Radio, everything. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, always is a great record, man. That's with me and my brothers after seven.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. Like that's a banger. But when I first heard that record, man, I was like, yo, like people definitely need to tune in because I think that when I heard a record and I put it on my playlist, I said, okay, I was like, let me put this song, and I was putting certain little, certain R&B legends, and I was like, that song fits. Well, all your music fits. When like you put it back then, it'd be hot. It's like how it is now. You know what I'm saying? Cause
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like it's like a blend of old school. Then you add like the new school with. You got a great combination, man. And I thought to myself, I said, I wish Video Soul was around, man, because Donnie Simpson wore the hell out.
Yeah,
Donnie
man.
Boy.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. And half of those videos are up on BET Soul.
Okay, yeah, that's right. So did, yeah, because I remember BT Soul, man, wore the hell out of Fell Love, Don't Play With Love,
Yeah.
and back then, man. And I was like, that's dope. You got to top market it. Because I'm going to ask you too, what was going through your mind? You got the call, say, hey, they premiered your music video.
Man, I have to say big shout out to SRG, the label I was on. And they believed in it. I believed in it. The fans believed in it. And so when we shot the video for that, man, BT Soul came back and says, "This is music. This is. We definitely have to support this guy right here, man." So they were still in love with Fell in Love, and so when we did that, it was just like to God be the glory. It was like no brainer, man. We have to keep this guy in rotation.
Yeah, man. Shouts to SRG at that time, man. I think I interviewed about like maybe like close to 200 artists for the label.
Yeah.
You man during the pandemic. I say, I did more than any talk show radio host around that time and stuff.
Yeah.
Uh,
Big shout out to SRG.
Definitely. Man, there was one song, man. I bumped the crap out of this, man. Song called Just Me. I love that record right there, man. I said, yo, that was a banger, man. You know, when you put albums out and stuff, it's one thing, okay, like you got your eyes on the first single and stuff while you making other songs. You ever think to yourself, like, okay, people was rocking with that. I'm gonna have to hit them hard, the second one. So, like, what kind of goes through your mind as you work on an album?
Well, we just we're gonna do one more song. We just completed the new album that's gonna come out in January. Um, and for me, I listen to all of my music, and I try to show growth, and I try to show um, growth, and then I try to show that we're taking the music to somewhere. We're growing even in the music. We wanted to take it to another level, and for me, most importantly, man, it's about touching somebody. So you know LeVelle, All in Love, that new project, man. I can't wait for you to hear that one, man. We got some amazing stuff on there, man. From expecting to sugar to
Uh,
words to
uh,
tongue tied to uh all behind, man. It's some great body of work on there, man. So for me, it's just a matter of, man, it's just trying to show growth and keeping it authentic and touching somebody along the way.
Absolutely. I was just thinking to myself, I was like, man, that'd be awesome. If he had a female feature on, somebody that's already hot, somebody that we nobody disrespect that's been a legend of the game for a long time. I was like, I could see you do the song with if there's ever a remix in the future, like you and Leela James, Karen White, oh God, what's her sister's name? She just did a song with Eric Benet. God,
Shantae Moore.
yeah, Shantae Moore. You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking in my head, man, I was like, yo, man, I could see that, man. What
Well,
that would
we
look like.
the team, man. Big shout out to my manager, Chuck Bird, um, Push Group Entertainment. But we've talked about it. And we're gonna do something special with maybe, we may do something with tongue tie. We may put one of those people that you just announced on tongue tied. And it's crazy because I just hit Leela James up about a week ago, man. So you never know what's gonna happen. We good friends
Yeah,
with Karen White. Done a lot of work with Shantae as well. So you never know, man. We going 2026 is really, where
yeah,
I'm praying that God just order our steps and
yeah.
take us
Because
to a whole nother level.
I had a face, and I was like, okay, I remember her name, Indy Iree. I was like,
Oh
that's one
yeah,
on the list. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Indy Iree, yeah. She's dope as well, man. She's dope as well.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna ask you too, though. When it comes to being an artist performing, what kind of goes through your mind? You just give you. It's one thing to record a song in the studio, but we don't like be that beast on stage, be that monster, man. Like what kind of goes through your mind, as you walk on that stage?
Well, once again, man, I have to say, working, being blessed to work with people like Charlie Wilson and your Frankie Beverly's, and you see how those guys and the OJs, those guys are very competitive, even
Yeah,
at this point of the game. So for me, man, I try to look at first who's on the show with me, and I try to cater my show so it makes sense. And then at all times, man, I just, I give them all I got, and placements of the songs that work for this show or what may not work. So it's a team thing. Me and the team will get together and we'll say, hey, should you think this song will work? And sometimes you never know until you try it. But you got to believe in your team as well.
yeah, absolutely and stuff. I tell you, man, because that's one thing. When you sing a song and stuff, it's like it's like the lyrics. What I'm saying, person have to feel it. That's what I like about like your music it could be a certain word, you say on there, and I'd be like, hey man, like let me rewind that again, man. Like, man, like that sounds like real slick right there. He just said. Because, like, of course, in your mind, like, it's like you focus on recording a song. You might not think about it, but somebody tell you, say, hey, man, that verse you said, dude, hey, my brother, dude, that was hot, man.
Yeah. I get that a lot, man, and it's a blessing. It's a blessing, man. And here recently, I've been getting a lot of high school kids. Like, oh my God, man, they
Wow.
love the record. I got to talk to management because I got one girl, man, that she's been in the inbox like, man, can I please send this song for a talent show, man? And I'm like, wow. So I want to support her. We may fly up there and pop up at the talent show, man, because that's what it's about. Reaching back and supporting somebody else along the way.
Yeah, I think what, it's amazing. It's amazing you said that too, though, because I'm seeing a lot of kids tap into, music like yours and stuff because these kids, they're not stupid. They got common sense. You had 13, 14-year-olds, 16-year-olds. They're like, man, I wish I was grown. Or they'd be like, man, I wish I was my parents' age, just to experience
Yeah,
that. And then we hear all this AI music, all this,
yeah.
trap music. It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, and so the look, for her to say I was her inspiration and I've helped change her life, she was inspiration for me because I'm like, wow, this is a high schooler, and all of her friends at the high school is like, wow, this is great music. And so when you can touch them, man, and tap in with them, you own to something, so. It's like you got to really keep giving them what they love, man, and that's being who you are.
Yeah, absolutely and stuff. Man, here it is, say you're working on a new project, saying, y'all got 2 albums already, saying solidified, saying couple of hits, man, and stuff. After Tongue Tied, you already got a second single, you already got in the works, or it's already, out. I mean, get ready to come out soon, my bad.
Well, man, we got a few things in the fire. We got we actually, and this is what you call a good problem to have. I don't want to tell all the secrets, man, until people actually we put it out, man. But it may be possible you might catch Dave Hollister on one of the songs with me.
Woo!
Uh, and
God, man.
I just covered, man, Strawberry Letter 23. You ever heard of that song?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, man, I just covered that one. So it's special, but we got words, we got expecting, we got sugar, we got some great stuff on this album, man. So it's gonna be real good. It's gonna be real
Ah,
good.
man, brother, I already know you cooking, man. Because let me tell you something, brother. What I mean, like your last album, man. Hey, dude, those was fire. I already know this we're gonna be a monster, man, when it comes
Yeah,
out.
yeah. It's gonna be a blessing.
That's that. Yeah. Now, speaking of tour, of course, like you already said, to do like a 30, 40 city tour around the US.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's the goal, to get out on a tour with somebody or just do it myself. Where I come out with a friend and we do like a intimate place, 5 to 1,500 people. And just my goal is to really get out and connect and touch with the fans, man. Frankie Beverly used to tell me all the time, don't worry about being famous. Just worry about taking care of your fans, and your fans will make you famous.
Man,
So, the
yeah.
fans is what it's about for me now, man. It's just to get out there and touch them.
Hey, man, man, RIP to the GOAT, Frankie Beverly. What was going through your mind? You heard about the news, of his passing.
It was tough, man, because I was touring with Frankie on his farewell tour. We did our last show together in St. Louis, and a couple weeks after that, he was gone, man. So it's something I still deal with.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's a
And
it's
big
a
shouts to Miss V, the PR. She, the photo was sent to me, autograph photo was sent to me the day that he was pronounced dead. And I was like, wow. I didn't know what to even think on that one, man. So
Yeah, it was tough, man. We did the last show. I was out on the road with him doing the farewell tour. Uh, and so St. Louis was the last spot we did. And like I say, a couple weeks after that, man, he was he was gone, man. And so a lot of people, even that's in the business, can't say they've actually toured or sang with Frankie Beverly out on the road. Uh, and so I was blessed to do that, man. And so my goal now is to just really get out there and work hard like they did, man, so I can and fill my own lane, uh, do what I have to do to my fan base, and just show them love, man, and give them all I got.
Absolutely. And, and speaking of that, it's like, we lost so many people, Dwayne Wiggins for Tony Tone, Angie Stone. I mean, back to back. And I'm like, yo, like, what's in the air, man?
Well,
Saying,
man,
like, what's going on?
the
And, for you
crazy.
being an artist, like you just said, what kind of goes through your mind? Like, wow, it's like all my favorites are like leaving, I'm kind of like the people that's, carrying this torch, so everybody's passing on to me.
Well, what was crazy, man? I had a show with Keith Sweat and I want to say Sunshine Anderson and myself. Yeah, it was me, Keith Sweat, Sunshine Anderson. And we went and did that show, but when I got back that next couple of days, I was actually supposed to go cut a song with Angie Stone.
Wow.
Me and her was talking, and we were gonna cut the song, man. So we were on our way to a show in Omaha, no, in Nebraska. Yeah, Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah.
And I got the news that happened, man, and it was devastating. Dwayne, I just did the Arizona Jazz Fest with him last year, and I got the video of me and him, we jamming out and doing songs together, man. So that type of stuff, man, like I said, when you really care for what you're doing and how you're doing, and when you care about people, I don't, I can't say how anybody could be, but I don't care how strong you is, man. Mentally, it will bother you, and then losing Frankie, that was just like I say, I still deal with it mentally and spiritually.
Absolutely and stuff, man. Before we wrap it up, man, just want to say thank you for coming on here, man. Say definitely come back on here again, man. We break down each song, man. Say
Yeah.
all the new project you got going on. Man, I want to give big shouts to Miss V, for making this interview happen.
Yeah. Big shout to Miss V, man. Big shout to her.
Yeah, man. Really appreciate that, And with that being said, man, hey, man, so you always welcome to come on here, man.
Well, let's definitely do it, man. In January, we'll be releasing the album, and we could do a review right here with you.
Oh yeah, man, definitely, man. Yeah, definitely, man. You definitely got to talk about, man. Like who you got on the album, man. Like who you collaborated writers and producers. Yeah, man. Shoot, let's
Man.
go, man.
It's gonna be fun.
All right, man. With that being said, thank you everybody for dropping comments on here. Really appreciate that. On that note, yeah.